Eli Roth.
The horror, George Clooney.
Guys, you guys enjoy that? How about Geddes Lopez? Thank you so much. What a great response. And let's bring
the cast.
Yeah. All right, Lorenza Izzo.
Lorenza Izzo. Please.
Andrea Osvart.
Andrea Osvart.
Monica. Matias Lopez, Marito. And Ariel Levy.
And where is Ariel Levy?
He's in the bathroom.
Oh, he's in the bathroom.
He's in the bathroom,
Well.
yeah. He was masturbating, thinking in the ending of the movie. It usually happens.
Thank you, Colin, and also thanks to, I meant to say in the beginning, thanks to Toronto Film Festival, our co-producers, Vertebra Films, Mac and Helen Cappuccino.
Where are they? Yeah.
Brian Oliver, wave you guys. The movie
Thanks, Mac. Thanks, Helen.
And Dimension Films, it's going to release this in theaters.
So we're really excited. Like, sexually excited.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Okay, so let me start off here and ask. So originally, you guys weren't going to be writing this kind of film. It was going to be like
a sci-fi film.
Yeah, sci-fi film. How did it suddenly turn into Aftershock?
Well, basically, one night I was sleeping and suddenly there was a 8.8 earthquake, and I decided that it was a great idea for a film. You know, well, when I survived, you know, I had to survive first. And it was really crazy, you know, because I was sleeping and suddenly the earthquake started trembling and suddenly I saw my Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Wii literally flew across the room and it hit my South Park dolls and I was like, oh my god, this is real.
Yeah.
You know?
When the Wii hits the South Park dolls, that's when you know.
So you know that it.
Wait, Ariel Levy just.
Ariel Levy's there.
Our
second. He has a hand.
Give him a hand, yeah.
Give him a hand, yeah.
No, we were talking about, you know, doing something supernatural, and he told me the stories of what happened that night. The earthquake happened, and then he's like, you can't. He's like, you know, Santiago is very high tech. It's a W hotel. It's Starbucks. It's very hipster. We call it chipster.
Yeah.
But it's like really cool clubs.
Nobody's barefoot,
but yeah.
Except for Ariel.
But you know, he started telling me about what happened, and it was fucking crazy because it was the last night of summer, 3:30 in the morning, and literally the whole country just shook for 3.5 minutes. And we were talking about the randomness of life, that here you are with your friends, and next thing you know, your hands are cut off. And he told me the story about how there
and
was
you can't masturbate, which is a nightmare. You have to do it with your mouth, you know, and imagine that, you know, it's almost impossible. So, it was hard.
No, amazing. You had them. It was a serious moment, actually.
Yeah.
They were on your side.
I know. Well, whatever.
But he told me the story about the hands being cut off. How there was a kid who lost his hands in the bar, and the music kept going, and everyone was literally looking for.
Like La Macarena was playing, you know, like.
And they're like,
where the fuck is my hand?
That was a friend of mine.
Yeah. And then he find out that's Lorenzo's friend who lost the hands for real.
That was a true.
Yeah, except for the Macarena part, I made that.
No, but seriously, the hands got cut off, and it's just, and Lorenzo, the guy was in a coma, and I mean, tell us about that.
Well, yeah, that was an actual true event. My friend lost both of his hands. Thankfully, some of our friends found both of the hands. They got sewed back. Just one of them works. The other one, he has a prosthetic. Another one of my friends was in a coma for 3 months, so it was pretty kind of intense and really sad experience for us. Thankfully, they're both recovered, but yeah.
No, but it was like for real. Wait a second. It was really hardcore, like for real. Like the earthquake happened, and I had a girlfriend at that time. You know, now I'm single, so if you wanna fuck with me, it's okay. And I had a girlfriend at the time, and I called her, and she was in Valparaiso where we shot the movie. And I called her, and I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm running to the hills." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because there's a tsunami warning." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, but don't worry." And like nothing, like radio silence for 4 hours. And I was like, okay, my girlfriend is dead, so it's okay to cheat. No, but it was really hardcore. Like for 4 hours, it was really hardcore. And I was sitting in my car, like feeling all the aftershocks, listening to AM radio. And no, it was
There
like
was no Chilean radio, by the way.
yeah, there was yeah. We were listening to Argentinian radio.
You
We
were
were
in a club,
desperate
like
for
in the movie.
yeah. I was in a club. I was partying with all my friends, having
Of
a lot
course.
of fun. A bunch of my friends thought it was special effects. Oh, I'm trying. This is a cool thing. It's like shaking. The club is shaking, and then all of a sudden it's an actual, earthquake, and the thing hit, and a bunch of my friends were like running around, blood all over their hands because it was filled with glass panels. A glass ball broke. So after that, we were told to run to the hills because we were on the coast of Chile. And we ran to the hills, we went up to the cars with everything, and there was no radio, there was no Chilean radio, you had no communication, our iPhones weren't working, no Twitter, it was nothing, and the only thing we had was the Argentinian radio that was telling us there was a tsunami warning. If not, we would have not known, and actually, the tsunami warning was called off, and it actually hit, and it killed more than 1,000 people.
And when it happened, this happened like it was kind of like the end of like the summer vacation, and it was like 3
It was
in
the
the morning,
last
so-
weekend of
so
summer.
everyone
It was the
in
last
clubs
weekend of
not
our
prepared
summer,
for
it
that.
was the whole young generation
So
partying.
yeah, we were talking about that, and then he told me, I was like, well, what about the looting? And he said, first the looting started. First it was people getting food, then it went to flat screen TVs, and then all the prisons had broken open, and the prisoners were out. So very quickly, the police, there was curfew, there was martial law, there were people on their lawns with shotguns going, if you come in here, I'll shoot you. It's like you're out there with your
It was
friends.
like living in Texas.
Yeah, it was. It was like.
He'll be here all week, folks.
I don't know English. It's very hard to me to understand what I'm saying.
But basically, everything from even the fact in our research we found that there were those tunnels. Those tunnels really exist. Where underneath, between where the priests and the monks, and the nuns, they would have sex, and if the nuns got pregnant, they would bury the fetuses under there. We went and we saw those tunnels.
Yeah, but they didn't let us shoot there.
They didn't let us shoot there. But so we thought, okay, instead of making a serious movie about this is actually, we don't have to look any further, but let's go back and make a 70s style movie and do almost everything real as much as we possibly can.
And that's the cool thing about the movie, that most of the effects that you see in the movie are practical effects. Like there is almost no CGI in the whole movie. So Eli was really afraid. Every time that we ended one take, she was like, "Is everybody alive?" Like, yeah, Eli, don't worry, you're so gringo. Like, everybody's okay.
Well, I remember seeing like we're gonna drop this huge piece of plaster, and first of all, there's the two girls underneath the table, and we
Andrea
and
Lorenza.
And we're like, yeah, we're gonna drop a piece of foam on there. And they're like, they dropped it, and it was...
Well, it was not foam at the end, it turns out. So actually, I just realized when we shot the scene that we were under the table, and then there was a huge bang, like really huge, and then I was told it was a real concrete piece. So I was so happy I was alive. So I never actually lived a big earthquake in my life, but I've now lived it for 7 weeks in Chile with you guys, and the interesting thing is that I was last week in Los Angeles and there was a small earthquake during the night, and I just woke up and turned over in my bed, and it's just an earthquake.
Yeah. And Matthias,
I don't even bother anymore.
Matthias, weren't you in bed during the earthquake?
Yes, actually I was in bed. But
with your girlfriend?
You were having sex.
Well, yeah, I didn't.
That's the real
That actually happened. You
I
were still
didn't
having
feel
sex
it at
during the
all at the first, but then I feel it, and well, my sister was at the door next, so she started screaming, and then I said, "Why my sister is screaming, and I'm fucking my girlfriend?" So I went out, and then I found out that okay, yeah.
Who were you fucking, your sister or your girlfriend?
No, my girlfriend. That was just fucked up.
Yeah.